Hi folks, thanks for joining me again for another of my trawls through my collection of coloured vinyl bootleg records. I've got some older stuff to show you today. Just picked half a dozen titles which I enjoy, and hopefully you will as well, just seeing them. A couple of things before we start. The last video I did, I got some Japanese LPs behind me. I gave you the source wrong for the S one. This one, World Tour 84. I think I said it was the Cab High San Francisco show. It wasn't that at all. It's Meadowlands Stadium in New Jersey, 7th of May. I don't know why I got that wrong, but I'm known to make frequent mistakes with such things, all part of getting old. I think I also said at one stage that the Stones Brussels 73 was a audience recording, which is obviously not. So always check what I've said is right, and feel free to correct me if you want to. But anyway, so moving forward for today, I've just put a few 80s titles behind me, which are all Splatter vinyls, which we'll have a look at. I suppose, given the fact that I collect mostly coloured and multicoloured vinyls, and the explosion of releases that came out in the 80s, a lot of the stuff that I have is from the 80s or later. Before that, most of the stuff I've got from the 70s is now sort of black vinyl. A few nice special coloured ones, but yeah, so just another snippet from the 80s stuff. So we've got the Firm, which I think is Frankfurt, from their tour in European tour in 84. So that's a nice, it's a double album with nice multicoloured splatter. I don't think there are any labels, so it's just fine. It's really nice. In the centre we've got Pink Floyd BBC tapes, quite sought after album, double vinyl, lovely splatter vinyl from the BBC sessions they did in 70 and 71. And the one in the corner is Queen, Absolutely Enthusiastic, which is from a show in Tokyo in 85. Yeah, that's the one from 85. I don't really collect Queen, a bit too glam rocky for me, but if you're going to present it in such a nice sleeve and do it with very attractive multicoloured vinyls, then I'm up for that. It's quite a good recording as well, I have to say. And then the one here is from my Yes collection. This is more commonly seen in black vinyl. It's a triple from Frankfurt 84. Yeah, trying to make sure I get these right now. So Frankfurt 84 audience recording, but again on beautiful multicolour splatter, which is quite limited. You don't very often see it in that version. So, so moving on for what we've got today, I've got half a dozen albums, all nice early 70s bootlegs. One of them's not even coloured vinyl, but I'll explain as we go along. So the first one is The Who. It's called Mods and Rockers. So really, really wonderful insert design with Roger Daltrey as maybe the Joker with a mask and question marks on his top. Batman, Robin, really, really clever. Stamped collector's edition coloured vinyl. It's from New York 73 and San Francisco 74. So really nice double album. The vinyls aren't multicoloured. The first one is gold, or translucent yellow if you want to call it that. Ruthless Rhymes label, this one. And the other disc is red. So yeah, late 70s release. So it's mods and rockers. Okay, next one is Led Zeppelin on Blueberry Hill. Obviously, very famous title. Multiple releases, various labels did it. This is the Mushroom Records version. This is mint condition, I would say. So I rarely have this out of its protective jackets, but it's the third one that Mushroom Records did. Their trick was really to re-release famous titles in multicolour splatter, and this is one of those. So first disc is rainbow splatter, all the colours. So you see these with different, sometimes the labels differ. This has got plain labels with just side 1 and side 2. So that's the first disc. And the second disc is blue with black and white, maybe grey splatter on it. So this isn't really on a theme as such this time, other than to say, you know, these are earlier bootlegs, genuinely from the 70s. Now the next one is not coloured vinyl, it's black vinyl. It's Yes, live in London, 77. It's deluxe black and white sleeve. The reason I thought I'd show you this one is it's on K&S record label, which is the Kurt Lemser label. They never did this in coloured vinyl, and yet pretty much virtually every other K&S title that you see will be in coloured vinyl. By and large, they reissued other labels' bootlegs, but this was a one-off that they brought out themselves. It's an audience recording, fairly ordinary one, from Wembley Empire Pool, but as a Yes fan, it's lovely, isn't it? Because it's a deluxe cover from a great period, and there aren't a lot, certainly there weren't a lot coming out at the time. and certainly not from that tour. So I don't really need to show you the vinyls, just the fact that the labels are nice K&S design, the logo on. It's now this is another K&S record, so this is the Who again. And this is Raw. K&S 004. Did we have a catalogue number on the Yes? Yeah, so the Yes was 035, so I suppose one of the latter releases that they did on the Yes one, but this is K&S 004 from Toronto 75, got the K&S logo there, another great image on the insert. This time it is multicoloured. So it's red with blue splatter, and you'll recognise the flower label from Idle Mind. So nice record. And the original bootleg. I think these would have come out in about 76. 75, 76 period. Well, the show's December 75, so it's going to be 76 the earliest. So that's really nice copy of Raw. Now this moves us on to something slightly different again. So we've got the Who live at Swansea, which was a K&S title, K&S 016 catalogue number. So yeah, but we've got this sticker, and you'll see that this is the same sticker that Top Hat and I think some of the Uninvited Mole replicate on their releases. Well, this is where it originates from. That sticker designates that this isn't a K&S pressing, but it's actually on Versil and is multicoloured in a very special way. They use different labels. This has got Empire labels on both sides. All the black and white designs on the labels from Versil, and basically these were issued in quantities of not more than 50 when they did a pressing. And the way they do their coloured vinyls is quite unique. Hoping that comes out. You've got reds, greens, yellows swirling around. You can't call them splatters, you can't call them marble, you can't call them wave. They're just, I mean, swirl doesn't even do them justice really. So very, very rare. I did have a few more on the Versal label, but I kept that one and also a Genesis one. So this is the Versal version of Odd Man Out, and they just replicate the original cover. So this was obviously the corniphone Tackrell release with the Tackrell insert. So if we get the vinyl out, this time it's different label. And the colours are red and green, bits of yellow, oh, it's always on a clear record. So again, hopefully it's coming out very pretty. That shows it up a bit better. So again, 50 made. And they're very desirable things. So just a look at some really nice earlier bootlegs. And a little brief look at the labels and how some of these labels press their titles, and the links that you get between between different types of releases. So we'll do some more in a little while. I hope you enjoyed that trip down memory lane. Cheers.